even now, people try to get over on you when you're a woman. And I'm not having it. And you're going to pay me. Because people love to try to get you to do stuff for free.
Right.
Like what? Do you not have bills? Ma'am, sir? And so, no, I'm not doing it for free.
Talk about
And
it.
you're going to pay me the price that I say you're going to pay me. I have to agree. You know, it's a business, y'all. Everything you do, all your gifts and talents that God gave you are to put money in your pocket.
All right. So welcome to another episode of the Verified Podcast. You already know it's Mr. Top Carter CL himself. And to my right, we have a very special person, Carla Simpson. How you doing, Carla?
I'm well. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
Good.
Taking it easy, you know.
Yeah.
When I kind of reached out to you, I was just so excited when you accepted just coming onto the podcast, because what I do is I just interview artists, entrepreneurs, actors, comedians, and just anybody who does really positive things for the community.
Okay, cool.
And you actually check a lot of those boxes. So,
Okay, cool.
Carla, I just want to kind of start off. What would you describe if somebody asked you, who is Carla Simpson?
Now, Carla Simpson is not necessarily the same as Crazy Carla.
Oh.
Because Crazy Carla is my comedian name. That's who I do comedy under. Carla Simpson is me. That's me. That's who I am. I would say that I'm a cool person. I think I'm cool.
I think you're cool.
I chill. I'm pretty chill, except for when I'm not chill. And you know, I wear different hats. I'm a comedian. I'm an actress. I'm a podcaster. I'm a poet. I'm a mom. My kids are grown, but I'm a grandmother. I'm a friend. You know, a lot of people call me sis. So I'm not just one thing, but I am very outgoing for the most part. I'm an ambivert. I have to go home and be in my house. I don't hang out much. I did when I was younger, but unless I'm performing or just going somewhere with my friends, I'm usually in my house or with family. I just be chilling.
Oh, okay.
I just be chilling.
Hey, she said she be chilling, but y'all see how many hats she have on, you know. So she said actress, comedian, podcaster, you know, mother. When it comes to balancing everything that you do, like with your work and personal life, what kind of tips would you have for any inspiring actresses or actors?
Figure out who you are. Figure out who you are, and then go from there. And if you don't know who you are, figure out who you are, okay? Because that will help you a lot. Go to therapy. Talk to somebody who does not know you from Adam's apple to help you to focus and to help you to balance. Laugh. It's not that serious. Even the most serious things aren't that serious. No, serious.
Yeah.
And just one day at a time. One day at a time. Because the day might be a bad day, but that doesn't mean tomorrow will be. You know? And when you do have bad days, think about all the good days you had while you're going through the bad day, right?
Right.
And so it helps you to like put things in perspective when you do it that way. That's how I handle life anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, hey, y'all heard it here, you know. Oh man, so when it comes to me just meeting you and being introduced to you, it was through Patty's showcase.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you was throwing it down on the stage. You know, she had on her comedian hat that day. You know, so tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Patty reached out to me because, you know, it was like she had gone through some things and she hadn't sang for years. She was explaining to me. And she was like, I need somebody who I feel like the audience will find welcoming, but who can make people laugh and who can make sure everything runs smoothly. So she reached out to me and asked me, hey sis, can you do this for me? And I had never met her in person, but I heard so many wonderful things about her. So we just went from there. And that night was magic. You were there, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was magic. Everything was magic. From the food was good, the entertainment was good, the ambiance was good. Everybody laughed. Some people cried. Everybody, you know, partied and enjoyed themselves. It was great. It was great. And I host a lot of events here in Winston-Salem. Most recently, I'll be hosting a comedy night down at Simply Sonia's. Michael Colliard and Friends is coming up on the first Fridays. Y'all heard it here first. Every first Friday of the month. So he's going to have headliners coming in, and I'll be the host. So I'm very excited, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I get to just really just be me.
Right. Man. So, I mean, I know you got that event coming up. Is there any more you got lined up that you want your fans or supporters to know?
January 24th, I'll be performing at Trust Greensboro. I'll be doing comedy with 3 other comics and the fabulous host, Lady Shamar, a comedian. And she is amazing. And she asked me to come on. I'll be performing with Simply Net and some other young ladies I haven't met yet, but I know if Lady Shamar pulled us all together, that it's gonna be a heck of a good time. So y'all should come out. You can go on their website and get tickets. Also, if you're home and you're bored, I just had a movie come out on Tubi and Peacock called Bloodline of the Jewel. Go watch it. I'm also in a movie by, and that movie is by Evan Gibson of Jeff G Productions and Tamika So Sassy Allen, I Inspired Productions. And Sympathy for the Narcissist was shot right here in Winston-Salem. That's also on Tubi and doing very well. And that was shot by Tamoris Ellis, who's also from Winston.
Oh, wow.
And it's been #1 on Tubi, so
make sure y'all go check that
out the movies.
Yeah, go check that out. I just seen Bloodline of the Jewel.
What did you think?
Oh my gosh, it was incredible.
You liked it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was incredible.
Okay,
you know,
good.
it kind of just put me into like a whole, like I felt like I was in the movies, y'all.
You were in the movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like I just felt like I wasn't at home and I was just in the movies because it just teleported me to somewhere else.
You like my African accent?
Oh my gosh, I was just gonna like ask you about that. I was like, yo, she's a woman of so many talents, because when she hit that accent, I was like, is this the same person that I met at Patty's?
Yeah.
And yeah, that just threw me for like a
It's
like a
weird
curveball.
talent to have. But I had to study that particular accent, but I'm real good at changing my accent up and switching voices.
Oh.
So I do voiceover work too.
Okay.
So, you know, I just, you know, I'm busy.
Busy, you know. So when it comes to that role, what was the process like, you know, getting ready and preparing for it?
Well, as I stated, this was a lady from Africa, from the Seychelles. And the story is actually, the movie is about me and what, you know, I did as a mother that affected my kids, right? So it was really good. I studied different African accents. I studied what a person from the Seychelles would sound like. So I studied it, and then I copied it. And then I started, when I was studying my lines, I spoke as that person until for the week before we started filming. I only spoke with an African accent, and my coworkers was like, what is going on? Unless I was doing something work-wise, I was talking with an African accent. And that's how I am. Like, if I'm gonna be a role, like I study, like, what would this person, I give her a backstory. I make her a real person.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a small role, because I want to be believable.
Right.
That's how I got ready.
Oh, you were definitely believable. I tell you. And I just love your story. Can you just tell like where you from and how you actually got inspired by acting?
Well, gosh, I'm from North Carolina. I was born in Greensboro. I have lived all over. When I moved here, I was 14. My mom married a guy from Winston, and I moved here right before my 14th birthday. And I've basically, outside of going to the illustrious North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, outside of that, I have basically lived in Winston, but I spent a lot of time in Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. I have family there. My mom's from down near Fayetteville, Harnett County, little country place.
Yeah.
My ex-husband, my children's father, he's from Atlanta. I used to be there a lot. So I've been all over. I've met a lot of different places. I've met a lot of different people. Sorry, I can't talk. I've been all over, and I'm fortunate enough to say I've traveled. You know, I used to have a job where I got sent places because I speak fluent Spanish. And I was a Spanish traveler.
She just glossed over that, like.
Sorry. And so they would fly me places to be a Spanish translator during open enrollment and stuff. And then I worked for another company as a Spanish English rep. Right now, I'm just doing the arts. I don't even have a job. And it's cool, you know. It's not anything, you know, hey, everything happens for a reason, right?
Absolutely.
So, but I'm doing what I love right now and I'm happy, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't have never thought you didn't have a job or anything.
Well, it just recently happened.
Oh, okay,
right before the holidays, they phased out what I was doing. So it was cool with me because I didn't like the job no way, to be honest. But.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You
hey,
know.
But you got that smile on your face and you killing it, you know, hey.
I still eat and do all the things, so I'm good, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then I raised my kids, my children. I have 2 biological children, and then I raised my children's oldest brother and sister also. So I have 4 kids. I tell everybody I have 4 children because they're my kids. When I met him, they were 2 and 3. So now they're respectively 34 and 35, 28 and 27.
Oh, wow.
And I have grandkids, but I call them my sugar babies because they're not allowed to call me grandma.
Oh.
I'm too,
no?
I don't want to be called granny.
Oh,
that's for old women.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I guess you could say a question that I have is like when it comes to Bloodline of the Jewel, was that an all black film?
I think we had a white cast member.
Oh, okay. I was about to say
it wasn't meant to be, but it is a mostly black cast.
Yeah.
From the writers, the producers, to the filmographer who was Brandon Bias, who's amazing. He just put out Grip this summer, and I'm also in that movie.
Oh.
But that hasn't come out yet to the masses. He just, you know, he's it's probably going to be like on a Netflix or something like that.
Oh. Y'all heard it here first. Grip coming soon.
Yeah, it's called Grip, and it was amazing. And we had the red carpet premiere here in Winston at where we had Daddy's thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same place. So it was very nice. And no, it was it was mostly black. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, look at that, because I feel like we need more,
Yes.
you know, representation on screen.
Black and brown. I'm also, you know, we're all about, you know, good acting because I've starred in a lot of movies. Starting with Brandon Bias being my first movie, The Bridge, which was about the drug epidemic in the United States. And that cast was amazing. You can catch that also on Tubi right now. It's about how drugs are a bridge from poor to rich, and it doesn't discriminate. So that cast is very like Latino, white, black, you name it. It's a wonderful movie. If you get an opportunity, go check that out. It's a 3-part series, and I'm on episode 2.
Go check that out.
You gotta watch it.
Right. Yeah, so I see you just naming off the movies that you were in. Which ones were like your favorite, like your top
All
3?
of them. I can't say that. I love all the movies that I've been in, every single last one. I will say my first movie, actually, correction, it wasn't The Bridge.
Oh, okay.
My first movie was with Nakia. God, why can't I think of the name of her company? It's so crazy. But anyway, I won an award for the movie.
Oh, wow.
The whole movie won an award.
Oh.
It's on YouTube. It's called A Cure for Kyle. That was my very first movie. And I played the mother of a single black father raising his daughter.
Oh, wow.
And it was very good. It was a very good movie. And if you go watch that movie and watch Bloodline of the Jewel, you'll see the growth.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I started rolling with other actors and actresses. Then I started doing stage plays. And so I love theater. I do that a lot. I just did little theater February.
Yeah.
And I got nominated just now for Broadway World Best Supporting Actor for my role as Millie in Trouble in Mind, which is a Broadway play. And we did it here in Winston-Salem. And it was very good. It was set in the late 1950s in Broadway in New York.
Yeah.
And that role pulled me because I had never acted with actors on that level before. So it was good.
Yeah.
So to say which one is my favorite, I don't know. My favorite, well, I can't say because I enjoyed every single movie that I have done. Some of the movies haven't even been put out yet because of this and that and the other.
Right.
I love doing stage. I love doing theater. I've done a lot of work with Royal Curtain Drama Guild here in Winston-Salem, Stephanie Barber Hurt. Carlos Massey put me on as Gloria Jones, and I won for being First Lady Gloria Jones. She was a shady First Lady, but it was fun. So, I mean, I can say all of them are my favorite. All of them are my favorite.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, we gonna just stick with all of them as your favorite.
Yeah.
The latest one that just came out, we gonna go back to, Blood of a Jewel.
Bloodline of the Jewel. And we
Bloodline
did
of
that
a Jewel.
2 years ago, and it just came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
because they had to show it. So the guy who plays my son in Bloodline of the Jewel, he's a Nollywood star. He's in Nigeria. So they were showing it in Africa first, then they showed it over here.
That's what I was just about to ask you, because I
Yeah.
seen that beginning scene. It seemed like that was in Africa, and then it said Greensboro.
And you
then
was like,
that's when-
what?
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. So that really hit home for me. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was great. It was really a very fun experience. And every time I do a show, I learn something. Every time. Especially when you're working with people who do like television. I work with actors who have been on Broadway, musicians, you name it. Like, I'm around people that are in the arts, and I love it. I work with people who are visual artists. I know so many people in the arts community here in the Triad, and also Charlotte, Raleigh. I have people, I got friends all the way in New York and Pennsylvania that are doing theater. and movies and TV shows. And I love it, you know, and it just, it's just something I've always done. I used to put on plays at my grandma's house in the kitchen and make my cousins sing songs and do all the things.
Yeah.
And here I am at 51, no shame, doing what I love to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
yeah.
So what would you say was the most memorable thing on the set, you know, of Bloodline of the Jewel? Or most, yeah.
Well, there's a scene in the movie, I can't give it away,
Okay.
but we filmed that scene
How many times?
a lot. And me being still, because I am an adult with AD, baby, I don't know how to be still too long. It was crazy, but I'm telling you, we were laughing and cutting up and kicking. Go watch Blood.
Go watch
of
it.
the Jewel, and when you get to that part, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because it was like, what in the world? And shout out to John Black, because we worked hard on that scene, but it was very good. And John Black is also a Winston native.
Wow.
Yeah, and
There was
he
a lot
does
of Winston natives.
lot
Yeah.
of movies. When I say a lot, his filmography, if you go on IMDb, that guy has like a sheet. I'm just so proud to say that I can call these veteran actors. I learned a lot from Javetta Milton. Why is my brain going blank? Oh my God.
That's just how
she's
it be
married
sometimes.
now. My friend, she's married. Y'all, why I can't think of her last name? Javetta Bryant, Taranza Graves. They were already doing stage plays and stuff. So when we all got cast to do Her Story, His Truth by Carlos Massey, I learned a lot from them. I've done a lot of plays here in Winston with one of our most famous playwrights, James Lyons III, who's right here in Winston-Salem. And they're like my family. So I learned a lot from them because they have been acting. I acted. I went to school. I went to A&T for broadcast, journalism, radio broadcasting. And I'm just now going back to school in my 50s. And I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited because this is just part of my plan. So.
Right. And yeah, just watching you on screen, you know, just it just gets me excited, you know. So
good.
hey, I just appreciate just the hard work that you put in, because it was just really eye opening, you know, and surprising just seeing you on stage. Like, what was the first time you saw yourself on the screen, and you, like, what was you thinking when you was like, dang, that's me on the screen?
Well,
Hey, you know.
I was like, that's how I look. That's how I sound.
Yeah.
But you know, I think most people have some people have an adverse reaction to seeing themselves on camera. I look at it, I was like, So when I'm watching myself on film, I'm already in my head thinking about what I can do to look better the next time I'm on film.
Just critiquing yourself.
Depending on what the role is, because sometimes the role calls me to look crazy, or whatever. But yeah, I'm the person who watches myself so that I can do better on the next thing.
Absolutely. As everyone should.
No, because some people, I know some artists who refuse to watch themselves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Or I know people who sing, but they won't listen to themselves sing.
Yeah.
Everybody has their little nuances and idiosyncrasies, just like athletes.
Right.
You got certain athletes that only wear certain socks during their games.
Yeah.
They don't wash their drawers. They don't do all kind of stuff.
Like superstitious type
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I'm just like one of those people who I think in order for me to get better, I watch myself, I study myself to see what I should or should not, or to see like if a director gives me some critiques, I try to look at it and see if they're right. or if I disagree. And if I disagree, I'll let you know. I'm very good at
letting you know.
communicating.
Yeah. Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
and I feel like that gets you so much further, in your career when you become like a student and you know that there's always room for growth.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and one thing I like about the entertainment industry is like the networking aspect.
Yes.
And also you can go into different avenues and things like that. So is there any endeavors you're kind of looking at when it comes to in the future, like maybe writing or, directing?
Yeah.
Anything, what's on your radar?
I definitely want to do my own stage play. I've been writing one for years. I've written a few things that are sitting in the house that probably could be focused. You know what? Recently, I started making jewelry.
Oh.
Everything you see, I made this.
Oh, wow.
Not the rings. I got those from Copper Vibrations. Let's see. I want to write. Believe it or not, I'm about to put out an EP of poetry.
Oh, wow.
Going back to my first love, because I love poetry, right?
Yeah.
It's like how I get my soul cleaned up. It's like a detox. I love doing poetry. I love bearing my soul. I got a potty mouth sometimes. And so I tell people, with comedy, I've gone through the different stages of comedy. I used to be a club comedy girl. I started out doing club comedy. And then I started teaching Sunday school and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. I got convicted. I was like, oh, Lord, I can't be cussing and doing comedy. So I did clean comedy for a while. But then I started going through menopause. And my kids got to be teenagers and stuff. And I needed to cuss again. So, so this man just asked me the other day. He was like, are you a clean comic? And I told him, I'm whatever you pay me.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yeah.
I don't like to label myself as a clean comic anymore. I don't want to say I'm a dirty, because I'm not a dirty comic, but I do cuss. I might talk about grown people stuff at a grown people show.
Right.
But if it's a clean show or a church show, of course, I'm going to do that. I give the people what they want.
Right.
And as an entertainer, once again, that's why I said, figure out who you are.
Right.
Right? So if you're a person who you do not feel comfortable doing X, Y, Z in front of people, then don't do it. Don't put yourself in a situation where you have to do something that goes against who you are as a person. Like there are certain roles that I probably wouldn't take.
Right.
Not many. But there are certain roles I probably would be like, nah, I wouldn't do that. Simply because it made me feel crazy, or my mom. I'm heavy on the not embarrassing my mom. Even though she know I'm crazy ass. Can we cuss on here? Heck. And
just be you.
And things of that nature. And then I have my podcast.
Okay.
Which is called Crazy Carla's Concoctions on blastmusic247.com. And you can also watch it on YouTube. It's always on YouTube. I just did a show Thursday, my 93rd episode. And I'm on every Thursday at 8 p.m. And it's been great. I love it. I have interviewed some of the most interesting people. And on my show, we drink and talk.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to drink alcohol. I do. Okay. But I've had people on drinking water, ginger ale, juice, whatever. But we drink and we converse because, a lot can be said while you're drinking and eating, right?
Right, absolutely.
So a lot of the best conversations fall out that way. So that's how I interview people on my show. And if you get a chance, go watch Crazy Carla's Concoctions as well.
Go watch that. And also, what are some of the people you had on your podcast?
Oh, I've had everybody. My actor friends, hiccups. Actresses, musicians, graphic artists. With my last podcast. The lady was from Allentown, Pennsylvania. She's a country music writer, singer. She's dope, and she's won a lot of awards, and she was real spunky, and we were drinking alcohol and talking child, so it was wonderful. And everything came out the way it was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, when it comes to what you would do if you wasn't acting, what would that be for you?
Comedy or whatever. I would be doing something creative, whatever it may be. But I love children, so I've worked with children off and on forever. I watch people. I did Girl Scouts. I was Girl Scout troop leader when my kids were in Girl Scouts. I was a cheerleader mom. I taught Sunday school in children's church for 20-something years. I did prison ministry here at Forsyth County Prison for like 15 years, maybe. I did it with 2 different churches. I love giving back to my community. I love helping people who don't have, because I've been there. When my mom left my dad, we were project kids, you know? And if you've never been a project kid, it's a wild ride sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
And things are different. So I've had and I've not had, and I understand people having and not having. Right. And sometimes it's your job to give, and sometimes it's your job to receive. So I totally get that as well. I totally get that.
Yeah. Yeah, and coming up, when it comes to you, what were the challenges, that you faced as an actress, and even as a Black actress coming up, in the industry?
Well, so far, you know what? I will say actress, comedy, all of that. But even now, people try to get over on you when you're a woman. And I'm not having it. And you're going to pay me. Because people love to try to get you to do stuff for free.
Right.
Like what? Do you not have bills? Ma'am, sir? And so, no, I'm not doing it for free.
Talk about it.
And you're going to pay me the price that I say you're going to pay me. I have to agree. It's a business, y'all. Everything you do, all your gifts and talents that God gave you are to put money in your pocket.
Hello.
And a lot of y'all miss out on getting to the money because y'all doing everything for everybody for free. Stop it. Stop it. If you're good at a thing, make people pay you for it.
Right. Hey, y'all be missing out on y'all blessings. Y'all heard Carla?
I'm telling you, it's time to stop doing everything for free. Other cultures don't do it. And Black people, we are real bad for accepting what people give us. Stop doing that. That's my advice.
Right.
And so I've been called a bitch, and I don't care because I'm direct. I'm very, as you can see, I'm very pleasant.
Absolutely.
Unless you make me unpleasant. And then I'm a Leo. I can be very unpleasant with a smile on my face the whole time. Right. So I just, I really feel that as artists in this industry or any industry, once again, it all goes back to know who you are. Now, if you're just starting out in something and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to have to do some freebies.
Right.
You're going to have to get your feet wet and get your, thing. But anything that you do consistently for longer than a year, you're becoming an expert in it. Start making people treat you the way you feel you should be treated. They're not going to do it if you don't make them.
Right.
You do know that. So I tell people I am award-winning actress Carla Simpson. Know who you're talking to. award-winning comedian, Carla Simpson, you're not going to treat me like I don't have skills and talents, okay? And I do. And even in the workplace, I don't have a degree. I dropped out of college. I'm a college dropout, just like Kanye. But I got a lot of knowledge in my head because I worked 30 years in the insurance industry. You can't what's in my head, and you trying to pay me $12 and $13 an hour? No, you're not gonna do that. So it's all about knowing who you are and then making a plan for it. A lot of people get out here and do stuff, don't have no plan.
Right.
What's your plan? And I ask my kids that now, and they're adults, what's your thought process? When they ask me my input on something. Well, they say, Mommy, what do you think about blah, blah, blah? What do you think about? What's in your mind about it? Because I'm not going to give it to you. I want to see, have you put any thought into it? Or are you just spinning your wheels?
Right.
Because a lot of times we do stuff and you're just wasting time.
Just doing it just to do it.
Don't do that. Because one thing I have learned at 51 is tomorrow is not promised.
Right.
I lost people last year that I never thought would not be here. And you better live your life. You better start being selfish a little bit.
Absolutely. Because self-love is the best love.
Child.
You know?
Okay. It really is. It's
Absolutely.
all right. And once you get that in your mind, you'll go far.
Right.
You'll go far. It's okay to be by myself. Sometimes you need to be by yourself.
Talk about
You
it.
can't always be entertaining folk.
Talk about it.
Sometimes you need to sit down and talk to yourself or not. Sometimes you need to take a nap. I am a strong proponent of naps.
Me too.
I am
second
a
that
nap
motion.
aficionado, yeah. And I love to take naps. I love to rest. I love to play. I'm a Leo, I'm a cat.
Right.
And have you ever, I don't like cats, but I have cat-like ways. And, sometimes I don't want to do nothing. I just want to sit and watch what you're doing. Sometimes I want to be by myself. Go away. The clouds come out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, know who you are.
Oh, man. That's a good one, because I do feel like a lot of people, it seems like they have to have somebody there, and sometimes that person there, might not see your dreams like you see them or see your vision, so it's just certain times where, you just have to disconnect and just be isolated. Just
You're a Capricorn.
yourself.
You like to be by yourself, don't you?
I mean,
Oh,
I'm to the point now where it's like, hey, like you said, I love being by myself too, and, I'm getting to that point where it's like, hey, I don't really have to be with somebody, to be happy.
You don't.
Yeah.
Now, having somebody helps. It's good.
Yeah, it's
now,
definitely good to have for
who
help.
don't want to get rubber-dubbed down sometimes? No, we
Absolutely.
grown, listen. But, that ain't the be-all, the end-all, child. So, a lot of people get stuck with fools because they don't want to be by themselves. Honey, you can do bad by yourself. I could tell you that story. So, I was with the same man for 17 years, and then, baby, we was like, okay, it's time for something new. And the something new was me.
Talk about it.
I had totally, sometimes you get so wrapped up in another person, everything is not for everybody. I know we live in a world where they just push being in a relationship down your throat. I think at too early of an age. When my kids were kids, I let them be kids. Go outside. No, you cannot play your video game all day. Read a book.
Right.
Things of that nature. And I think
he's just staying here until next month, but he's getting his own place and he's moving out.
This world that we live in now, we've lost some of the social graces. And then going through COVID,
Okay.
it separated us from each other.
So much. Yeah.
And to the point where some people was like, I don't need to be around people. Now I need to be around people.
Right.
But not too long. Okay. And I want to go back in the house. I already told you I got to go back in the cave.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to learn how to deal with each other. Especially now we're ready to go into this new government in a few days.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it.
Things are getting ready to get real interesting for all of us, and more, I think more so for people who didn't anticipate that it was going to affect them in such a way.
Right.
Because working class and rich people are two different kinds of people. And y'all fisting to see.
Absolutely.
I said fisting too.
Yes, you
yeah,
did.
I'm from the South. I say fisting.
Oh, yeah.
And fixing.
I got it.
Huh?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all fisting to see. Okay, we gonna see. That's all I'm gonna say. We gonna see.
There you go.
Oh, we gonna see.
And Carla, you just have such a strong voice. So did you take acting classes, or not acting classes, but like voice classes, speech classes, things like that, to like just
Nope.
develop? No?
I just studied. Well, I mean, of course, when I was in college, because I was a broadcast major. I did a lot of. Actually, when I first went to A&T, my professor, she was like, "Where are you from?"
Really?
And I said, "Well," and then she would say, "I hear northern southern twang, and I'm gonna get it out of you."
Oh, wow.
But what ended up happening is, I think as I've gotten older, I sound very much Southern now. More Southern than I would like necessarily, but that's what it is. And it's cool because I'm a Southern girl. I'm a Southern girl with Northern tendencies. I tell people that all the time. And I got a lot of island ways and things of that nature. Because my family's just a mixed bag of everything.
Yeah.
And I like it, but I really literally used to just like copying people. I used to call my grandma and prank her on the phone with different accents. You know, like I've been doing this all but it was just my fun. It was my way of entertaining myself. So
wow, yeah.
It just translated into what I'm doing today.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, doing everything that you're doing right now, I know you've been so many places. What places, like what other places have you been? And like what are your favorite?
What places do I love?
Yeah, what places do you love?
love Puerto Rico. It's like one of my favorite places in the whole world. I love Puerto Rico. I love how the people there are laid back. I love the food. I love the rum. The beaches, the people, the culture. I love Las Vegas. I love the West Coast. Yeah, I really love the West Coast. And I have contemplated moving over there.
Wow.
I like it out there. I like the fact that their cold is 60 degrees. I love that.
I would love that too.
You hear me?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
I love it. I'm a summer person. I like spring and I like summer. I don't like fall. I don't like winter. I don't like having on a whole bunch of clothes. I don't like stuff on my feet. I wear boots year round. I don't care nothing about that. Right. I'm the person, so like if I want to wear boots and it's 90 degrees outside, I'm gonna wear boots. Because I dress according to how I feel. I don't dress for the weather. I dress according to how I'm feeling or how I want to feel. Like today, I put on gold.
Okay.
We're doing a podcast, right? We're talking. I want to, gold. It makes you feel regal. So I wore gold today. Right. Sometimes I wear a lot, y'all see me a lot of orange and red and yellow because those are happy colors to me. So I love anywhere where there's a beach. I'm not a fan of Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of y'all little precious Myrtle Beach.
So what beach would you go to?
I like Florida beaches. I'm a
Okay.
beach snob. I am.
Okay.
But I also love Virginia Beach. I love Virginia Beach way more than I love Myrtle Beach. Nothing against Myrtle Beach, but I've been to beaches all over. Okay. If you've ever been to Trinidad or any of those places, and then you go to Myrtle Beach, you're like, okay. I like Neptune Beach in Jacksonville, which is Jacksonville, but it's where the, more stay.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
it's
Gotcha.
nice, yeah. So, yeah, it's on my bucket list this year to try to go to Jamaica. And I'm trying to go to California and do the Napa Valley Wine Tour. I'm trying to. So, yeah.
I'm gonna have to stay in touch with you, to see where you going, cause oh man, that sounds incredible.
I'm trying. I just, I like to see people, how other people live. Arizona's real popping for Black people right now.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially artists popping. North Carolina, believe it or not, y'all, we popping when it comes to arts and entertainment, especially Winston-Salem. Y'all see all these movies being made here? We do have the National Black Theater, International now, Black Theater Festival here every other year. And it'll be back next year. We were here last year. It was great.
Right.
I met some wonderful people. So, yeah, I mean,
we popping, y'all.
Should I move? It'll be somewhere warm. Unless I get on Saturday Night Live, then I'll be in New York.
Go ahead. Talking into existence. Talking into existence.
Unless I get on Saturday Night Live. When I get on Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
I'll be living in New York while I'm on Saturday Night Live. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's that.
Okay. Well, I know you are super busy, and I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Thank you.
But I do want to just say I appreciate you, and I congratulate you for everything that you're doing, for being that beacon of light.
Thank you.
Just in Winston-Salem, Greensboro area, and that's really what I try to showcase.
And thank you.
No problem.
Mr. Carter. Y'all, he was so nice and professional. At first, I was like, wait a minute, now hold it.
Hey, that's how it be sometimes.
I'm like, I don't know this brother like that. You know what I'm talking about? And look, here we are. It's all good. It all worked out. We had a good time.
Great time.
We had good conversation. Shout out to his mom.
Hey.
And his parentals, because listen, he was very nice.
There you go. A little bit of that southern swing going up in there, But for any of your fans, supporters who are following you, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook under Carla Simpson, Carla, and Simpson like OJ, like Bart, choose one. I'm on Instagram under Afro101, and that's AAHFRO101. I'm also on TikTok, if TikTok is still around by the time y'all see this. I told y'all I'm on Tubi. I have movies on there. I have Bloodline of the Jewel. Go watch it. Go watch Sympathy for the Narcissist. What Fairy Tale, which was also made here. Counterplay, which I made in Charlotte with Ty Durden and Maverick Studios. What else? I'm missing something. Counterplay. Oh, Couch Party. Nikayla Knox, right here. She's from Charlotte, but she lives right here in Winston.
Oh, okay.
She's Go Getter Productions, female production company.
Okay.
Amazing. So go check those movies out. Go watch A Cure for Kyle. Go to YouTube. Made here in Winston. Christmas with the McKinneys. Forever Jones Productions. Dang, I remember.
Forever Jones
Productions. I'm out here, y'all. And I'm coming to a stage near you, so check me out.
Stage near you. Like I said, Mr. Top Carter himself and Carla Simpson. Make sure y'all check her out, check her podcast out, her movies out. It's just so much she got going on.
Thank you.
And I mean, why not support from the city and the area that we in? So, hey, this is another episode of the Verified Podcast. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Any last words, Carla?
Enjoy yourself. Make 2025 the best year you ever had.
And there you go. Heard it yourself.
Peace.
Peace.